daughter want this at home.
Okay, I understand. When they had come, Shark Tales was her favorite. The entire time she just wanted to hear Shark Tales. So Tayyab, I understand your feeling right now. I understand your emotions right now. Okay, Tarannum, can we hear from you, please?
Yeah, Vibha, I think this is the first time I've watched this movie. Um, I think it's beautifully crafted. The content seems very relatable in terms of how the character learns to overcome the fear. I think that's something what I can pick and I can connect the dots from there. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Taranum. Okay, so that's what, when I see this movie, I have two perspectives, three actually, three things that I would like to pick up, what I picked up. The first is the type of parenting that we do. The mother could have brought the food to the baby and not made the baby do the work itself. So that one perspective would be the type of parenting that you as a parent do or you as a child got from your parents. So this is one thing which can be looked upon. Like if I have a parent coming to me and saying my child is not listening or my child is over pampered or things like that, or I want to motivate my child, so I would show the parenting aspect through this movie. The second would be friendship. Mostly we tend to stick to our community or tend to stick to familiar people or comfort zone. Like even if we go to a big crowd or big party, if I'm a Gujarati, I would look for a Gujarati and go rush to that Gujarati, as if I don't have enough Gujaratis and I want that Gujarati also now. So that is, khakra, fafda, jalebi and all that. God knows what we'll talk. So that is one, like we tend to cling to our known zone. Whereas if you have a friend who belongs to a different culture, comes from a different community, this friend can teach you a thing or two. Like Tayyab here, he's a Bori, and we went to not his wedding. Unfortunately, I could not make it to his wedding, but we have a friend called Murtuza. So we went to the wedding. It was in Rajasthan. It's called a place called Sagwara. So we were there for like maybe 2 or 3 days. And I'm a Hindu. He's a Muslim. But not even for a second, I felt I was an outsider. Like the people were so welcoming, and I learned so much about their culture, their language and everything. And one thing that really is still with me, if you enter a room and everybody's sitting, okay, so you first go to the eldermost person, and how you greet them is, like you take their hand and you first you kiss it and then you put it on both your eyes, and I think you put it on your head. I don't remember, Tayyab, but it was that way. You raised your hand, Tayyab. Kuch bolna hai?
I just want to say, that's all we do it. I mean, yeah, that's correct. I
So
mean,
how
I'm
boy na?
surprised now.
Haan.
I'm surprised that you noticed this.
So this is what having a friend from a different community brings. Like, and me, if I have to connect to a Bori person, I can always say, like this is how you greet, or the words that they use, or the setup that they have in their homes. So this is what I would put the second thing. Having a friend from a different culture, different community helps you. And the third, now happiness, Mufi, this would be your this thing also. Generally we would feel that happiness is a positive emotion, it's a good emotion. Now the movie ended at this part where this baby bird had collected so many shells, like so much shells was there, he wanted to find food for everyone. Okay, so now after the movie what will happen, like happiness also, excessive happiness is also not good, as like excessive oxygen creates cancer in body. So excessive happiness is also not good. Over a period of time, what will happen to this baby bird? Now this baby bird is making the family lazy by doing their job also. Abhi to very excited, oh, I'm finding food and all, so let me do everything for people and overloading your tray. Oh, then suddenly you feel, array, now I don't want to do anything. Why people are dependent on me? Why they can't find their own food? Array, you were the first one. You were the one who made them lazy in the first place because you were so excited to do everything. Then you will come and say, array, now nobody's doing anything. So where did it start from? So happiness is good, but doing things, helping people is also good, but in a certain limit. If you overdo it, it will turn harmful to you. So this would be 3 things that I learned from this movie, or this is what I picked up from this movie. So as a client, when somebody comes, so this is what I would like to show them through this movie. So yeah. Now my questions to you would be that, does this make sense? Like after watching the movie and my explanations, does it relate to the characters? Does it, does it make sense? Shashidhar, because you are into this field, so I would like to know your thoughts also.
Yeah, actually, if they are not in a frame to watch any of the movie, so how you will make them watch in first place with the given mindset? Because when we hear from the people, everyone said different things which they picked up when they watch.
Yes.
And when like your setup is different.
Yes.
So they are not in that mindset.
Correct.
Will you do that part as well, or will you work only with the people who can ready to watch?
Yeah, I think
as a coach, and if
Yeah.
someone has come with real tensions and other thing, and now you ask them to watch this movie, like what is this you are doing? Like no, they will not go with it. Like so,
Correct.
how will you handle such people or take a coaching task?
Okay, so that would be second, and I think, and I'm sure this would be a challenge. I agree. Like someone is coming full tension, and then he or she like, "Hey, yaar, I came for a solution, and now I have to watch a movie. I don't want to watch a movie." So yeah, I think I will face this challenge. But the meanings, the characteristics that I explained, or things that I want to show you in the movie, were you able to see it? Were you? Did it make sense to you? Like the friendship, the parenting.
Explanation part, yes.
Yes, okay. And we have Vaibhav who has also said yes. So Vaibhav, now does it make a difference? Like when first I asked you, you said you can't really relate to the movie. Now does it little bit?
Yeah, definitely it does. Definitely it does. And as I started, like my discussion, like whatever I watch for a spirituality purpose and what that movie is making me learn. So like before I watch a movie, I go on a Google what is to be learned from this particular movie. I mean, that's the way I always build a perspective. I don't watch a lot of movie, but like most of the time, my time is on spirituality or kind of a learning a behavior aspect. That's the only reason, or something informative I watch. So now I'll go back again and I'll watch this movie and try to find a meaning again what it was trying to convey. But definitely the way you explain right now, it is making a lot of sense and helping us to change a different perspective. I mean, like make a different perspective.
Perfect. Okay, then my job is done. Thank you, Vaibhav. Thank you. Yeah, that was really helpful. Okay. So now we'll go as per the agenda. So we're coming towards the end. Now what will happen? Now how will the coaching work? So the coaching would be spread over 6 months or a year, depending on the client's requirements and needs. The first 3 sessions would be closer to each other because that would be the digging and the finding out what is the thing that you want to work on. So that would be, okay, Mufi is joining.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So first the first 3 sessions would talk about that. We will find out what's the underlying current or the emotion that you want to work on. Then after that, the sessions would be staggered, or maybe once a month, or those would be more of reporting, analyzing, and keeping you on track. So if you say, let's say, if you want to work on your anger, so first 3 sessions, we would focus on what makes you angry, what are the triggers, and what is the reason, what is the meaning that you're giving to your anger, what happens, things like that. Then we will find solutions together. It's not that, okay, you will come and say, Vibha, ye ho raha hai, so then I'll give you a pill. No, 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 it doesn't work like that. Both of us would be working together, hand in hand. Yeah. So we find a solution together, trial and error, like, first solution, okay, working, not working. Second solution, okay, better. So that way we'll work towards your goal, or towards your goal. So that's how it would be. And the sessions can be done on Zoom or in person. In person, every now, it depends what the situation is, but I think Zoom is safer option for us right now. And what else? Languages, I speak 5.5. So languages could be Gujarati, Hindi, English, and German. But yeah, German, if you have German contacts, then German. And I also speak sign language. So yes, I would want you all to be my ambassadors. If you see any deaf person or any hard of hearing person, for this people, it would be more of social work. I would like, because deaf people, they don't have access to all the resources that we have. Mental health is still a very big stigma for them. So if you know deaf people, hard of hearing people, people differentially abled, please refer me to them, or please send them to me, and this would be done as a social cause, FOC, free of cost. Yeah, so I really want to spread awareness in their world. So that sums up my session. Yes, this is what I would like to tell you all. This is the message that I wanted to give today. And your mindset, if you are a survivor or you are a caregiver, will decide what is your next action. If you're a caregiver, you can send the person to me and then we do coaching. If you are a survivor, then let's get together and let's talk. So with this, I open the floor for feedback, questions, and yeah, please feel free to ask questions or anything else.
It's only the 2 states, like survivor and caregiver, or any other versions of it?
I can only think of these 2, but are there other? What do you have in mind?
Okay, so survivor, I can understand if I'm going through something
Right.
that I wanted to get up.
Right.
But is there any state of mind where the people will get victimized, or like they play as a victims?
Yeah, actually, a survivor would actually also be a victim. Like, a victim stops being a victim when they decide that I want to get out of the situation. So the day they decide that I want to get out of the situation is when I can do something. If they are still in the victim mode, they feel that, oh, nothing can be done, then no external forces or external counseling can help. Till the time the person decides, okay, enough is enough, I want to get out of it. Only
Was
then.
there any extended service from you as a coach that you can change their mindset from victim to survivor, or victim to survivor to the caregiver? As you said, like, first you are survivor.
Right.
To
Yeah.
become the survivor, there was a period of victim. So
Correct.
after the victim, then, okay, one fine day you say, okay, enough is enough.
Right.
Start surviving. Then, okay, you gather the information, you become the caregiver. Now, on the another thing which I can say, like the example which you picked up with, what do you call that? Beggar, if you see him, like, you're sad and you have a wealth, you shared it, and you converted your emotion towards comfort or happiness. And, okay, if it is a family member, or if you are living under the same roof, or if you happen to see them every day, okay, something you can think of. But for sure, there are the incidences we'll come across, and we know for sure the solution, and still there are the moments we need to be stay calm, or we need to be stay away from ourselves, not to give that care or whatever it is. So there also a little dilemma whether to give a care or not.
Yeah,
Is there
true.
is there any advanced level of coaching? Like in the flight, they will say, "Na, put yourself first before you are helping
True,
others."
true. Put your oxygen mask first, and then
A mask, because sometimes people like, especially the caregiver category, so they have a little and they just go out of the way to give out everything, then
true.
come out of
Yeah,
it.
I think as a caregiver, people should come to me and know, like how I said, helping is good, but don't go overboard that it harms you. Right. These points are good to be pondered upon. So I'll make a note
And
of and okay, just
another,
before people
yeah, sorry, yeah.
no. So please find a link in the chat, which is for feedback. So please, if you could fill that out for me, it would be great. So it's about the session, like 7 questions, I guess, not much, like multiple choice. So just click on them, and then I know how was the session, and it will help me plan the second session, which will be on 1st of October. Yeah. Yes, please, Shashidhar, continue, or if you're filling the form.
Yeah, coming back on the movie part,
Yeah.
I think the lessons will be varied with the state of mind.
Correct.
Lessons will be varied with the state of mind.
Yeah. Like the same movie, if I see in a different angle, like the first time I saw the movie, I always found it cute. And I was like, oh, this is so nice and blah, blah, blah. Then I was in this phase where I was doing a lot and it was getting onto me. And when I saw this movie again, I was like, Vibha, you are the one who made everyone lazy. So now you cry. So that's when I understood the third part of it. So when I see it again, I think different frame of mind, I might learn something else from this movie.
Because Chak De India, Mohabbatein, and Sholay, these are the movies I watch the most when it comes to Bollywood, rather
Right.
than Telugu movies. So every time I see the movie at a different level of maturity,
Correct.
yes,
Yes.
not back like, when in your 20s or when you watch in your 25 or 30s, the lessons from the movies will vary.
Yeah. Vaibhav, let's hear from you. What do you have to say?
No question at this moment.
Sorry?
No question. No question now. I mean, answer.
No question. Okay.
All questions will be in the session.
Inshallah. Kairavi. Chokudi. क्या भागे गए पाछे?
आ रही
Okay.
ना कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं मैंने खाओ पड़ेगा because I am always happy. I don't have stress. Even if I'm 10th, I have no stress, nothing.
God
Then-
bless you.
Then I don't get depressed. I take my life very easy. Then what makes me happy is painting. I like painting. The Alchemist is a really good book. Yes, I read it.
Okay.
It's a good book.
Cool. I'll make you my friend again. I will forgive you for Bahubali.
Thank you. And yeah, I read books. I read fantasy books more because that takes me to a whole new world.
Yeah.
And then I listen to songs a lot.
Mm-hmm. So you
Yeah,
have your mechanism. You paint, you read books, you talk to people, and you have music. So you already have your mechanism. So when you feel any of the emotion overpowering you, you have your techniques.
Yes, I do.
Use it.
Yeah.
So you are already very emotionally intelligent for your age. You are the experiences that you have, and some people really have developed brains, and you are blessed with one of those. So
Thank
you have a long way to go. And understanding this right now, I think it's really going to boost your self-confidence and everything. Yeah.
Thank you.
Tayyab, कैसा लगा?
No, I was expecting more from the Bahubali movie. We will have a separate call on the,
We'll have a separate
detail.
Bahubali. Yeah,
the-
exactly.
Yeah, for the Bahubali, especially. And Jodha Akbar.
Yoda Akbar to yaar seriously going. वो तो करना
No,
ही-
I want to know. I sat there for 4 hours, so now I want to know what you understand from this movie.
I was also there with you for Yoda Akbar.
Yeah, that's the reason. Now I want to know what you understand at that particular time.
It was a very long movie. That's what we figured from that. Even Ruta was going to come. Ruta is our common college friend, but I think she forgot or something. So if she would have come, no, then Jodha Akbar would have been like, मैंने तो गाना भी सोच के रखा था उसका, as a background I was going to play. Tarun, how did you find the session? She's also working with kids and all, so she's very active. She was a teacher, supervisor, many roles, many hats she wears.
Hi, Vibha. Firstly, a very big congratulations to you for completing this webinar and so beautifully crafted and so brilliantly put together the entire session for all of us, who don't understand emotional intelligence that deeply. So I would like to tell you that I do understand emotional intelligence a little more than what I knew before. So thank you so much for this lovely session. And yeah, I do have a question, Vibha. What I do with kids, because I always put emotional intelligence and mental well-being of students at the top of, what I do, like at the center of whatever I plan, because I want the children to be happy of what they are learning so that the learning becomes fun. It's more like a play. So what I do with my kids when I teach them creative writing is I encourage journaling. I let the children write down their thoughts on various topics. In fact, when the pandemic was at its peak, we had a lot of topics on pandemic, how they are controlling their emotions and how are they feeling about the entire, the new normal. So I just wanted to know a few more techniques on those front. How can we teach children, so writing is one, journaling is one aspect wherein children can, feel a little less stressed, about things happening around them, or just let their emotion feel loose. Whatever is happening around, they don't feel they know how to control it basically. So are there any more techniques? What if you can share with me, that will be great.
So journaling, as you said, is the excellent tool. That's the number one. Psychologists, psychiatrists, they all recommend journaling. So breaking it down and writing it really helps a lot. The second one could also be observing your physical, like how an emotion affects your physical being. If you are angry, so normally our breathing rises. So the kids, they are able to identify that what changes in them physically, then they can take notice of the emotion, and that would also help them for journaling. So when they're journaling, they could also write it. Okay, today I was scared. I had to write an exam and I was sweating, or maybe my hands were sweating, and I was breathing fast. So when that happens next time, they already know that, okay, this is fear, or this is fear that's going to happen. So then they know, they can identify. And as Vaibhav said, they can label it that, okay, this is fear, it's coming through exams. And yeah, that would be one technique, identifying your physical response to the emotion. And the second, as Kairavi, because she also belongs to that age group that you're talking about. So for her, painting and music, like music was really therapeutic for me. Like even now, every time I'm in the kitchen, I have to put on the music, otherwise it's no fun. So music really is a good tool to calm ourselves down. And yeah.
Yeah, I just want to add something. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not adding anything, but maybe it's just different because,
Yeah.
like I'm in what I'm learning right now, cognitive behavioral therapy. So just to change those emotions, and when something is triggering you at particular point of time, you can have something in your hand. I mean, maybe some kind of a like right now I have a stop card. So as and when something is triggering to me, I just take the stop card and I try to understand this has triggered to me, and then I stop it, I think it, and then I try to make a proper meaning out of it instead of the emotional meaning which is already built up. So that's the way I'm trying to do it. I'm not sure like the kid would be able to do it, but maybe they can keep it something in their hand. I don't know, like I don't know what is the English word for that. Gujarati में हमने मणका कहिए. Like कहीं हाथ में पहवान हुआ है. Like माड़ा गणता हुई है, something like that.
Right.
So like a spoon or something. So like you're picking up that and you're just trying to stop the thought, and then when next time the same thing will happen, you will not be feared and you will not be creating the same like trap again and maybe become better. I mean, I'm not sure this is what I'm adding, but this is just my experience right now.
This is, yes, CBT, that's what you keep referring to, cognitive behavioral therapy. So that's what my therapy was all about. So yes, it makes you experience something that is outside, like it's called in and out, in and out. So you see the light that's there, then you see if you are wearing a watch, you touch the watch. So you're making your brain aware of your surroundings. So that's what you said, when you have a stop card. So for that second, your emotion is being, it's taking a little lower seat and you are concentrating on the stop card. So jo amygdala hai, so the amygdala is relaxing a little bit. So the other brain parts can function properly and they can do their part. Amygdala is good in a way, but if it becomes heavy on everyone else, the other brain parts, the brain cannot function. So by seeing the stop card, you are giving a break to amygdala and the other brain parts are able to function and reason out. So that is like the in and out. Like you touch something. Manika is like for Shashidhar actually. It's like you have those, babies ko pehnate hai na, wo chota sa black color ka, black and gold ka. So it's like beads and all. So you keep touching that. So a watch or a ring, anything that's any jewelry ornament or something. So you touch that and then you come in and out, in and out. Okay. So yes, so Tarun is leaving. I hope you filled the feedback form. That would be really helpful. And with this, I would like to